Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Loosely Does It.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm your host Dave Loosley and welcome to the show that keeps you loosely up to date with all things magic. This week we're going to be taking a look at what I carry in my pocket on a day-to-day basis. Alright, before we start I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that left a comment under the last video. We're going to be having a read through them a little bit later in the show, and if you haven't subscribed yet and hit that bell, then do it right now. I'll give you a minute. Perfect. And that keeps you up to date with all of our content at Alakazam Magic. So let's start. Let's kick straight off with the first trick that I carry in my pocket. So you borrow a banknote, you take your key and you can place it right away through the banknote. The angles on this are super cool, you can see that, and then when you're ready you can tear that out the note and the note can be examined, the key can be examined. It's a wicked trick. So that's called Ignition, it's by Magic Smith, and I have carried this for years. This key actually is to my mum's house. That's how long ago it was, and I left there about 8 years ago. So it's still attached, it's printed with cards, because I was cool like that. So that's how it's carried, and I carry it with an extra key on it because it gives more sort of movement to it, and it doesn't look just like I carry just one thing around. The great thing about this is it will carry in your pocket sort of ready to go. And just by taking the key out of your hand and giving it to them to inspect and examine, you can set yourself for the effect. So it takes up virtually no pocket space whatsoever. And you know, we've all done, or a lot of us have probably done, the pen through banknote. It gets great reactions. It really does. It's one of those staple effects for a reason. And this just brings it a little bit more, I wouldn't say modern because a pen is modern, but a bit more up to date, I guess. But a bit more easy to carry around. You know, it looks like it's naturally more natural on you to have a key than it would necessarily, if you've got no bag or anything, to carry a pen. So I just think it looks really, I hate the word organic, but it does. And it packs small again, plays big. So that's Ignition, and all of the information about the effects that I'm talking about will be linked in the bio to this video below. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is wallets. Now there's tons of magic wallets out there, and I carry the Infinity wallet with me. But recently, and when I travel, I try to go as streamlined as I can. So I love these sacred wallets. Now it's not a magic product, you know, you can search the internet for them. It basically is a wallet, there's no magic to it, it just keeps your cards in here, and you can keep money in this section. Now in here, I have two effects that I carry with me everywhere. If you ever cross paths with me, ask me, I'll have these on me, I really will. And I'm going to show you the first one now. It uses just two cards, and magicians are known for playing with people's eyes, right? So I'm going to do exactly that right now. I'm going to take the 5 and the Queen, okay? I'm going to place the Queen just on the 5 like this. And as I move them, it's going to probably start to blur on the camera, and it would do if you were here in real life. You know, this will start to blur. But I'm going to try and play with that and slow it down for you. Watch. If I do this, just concentrate, just about there. I can slow it down and then pluck that card right out. And I think now you've seen that, we're ready to move on with some other magic. So that is a trick called Vortex. I love this effect. It's just two cards, that's all you need to carry with you. You keep them in your wallet, bring them out, ready to go, put them back and you're ready to go again. Now you do get a full routine with it if you want to do the pick a card routine with a full deck of cards. But that for me is just something so visual that you can do in a moment's notice. And people do freak out over this. It really is a nice moment of magic. Really easy to do, just two cards, and that is called Vortex. So it's come to that section where I'm going to read out some of your comments from the last show. Now, last time we were talking about DVDs. For me, it was Magic Farm, a DVD that I kept going back to, and I still do, to learn the effects on it. And I asked you, what is a project or DVD that you still refer back to? So there's some great, I mean there's 30 odd comments there, and there's some great recommendations of things to go and watch. So if you haven't done so, head over to episode 2, have a read of the comments below and check out some of the recommendations. I'll read out a couple for you. Rich Relish says, for me it's Lucha's Your Faults Are Mine, and the routine I always go back to is Nod to Pocket Watch. I haven't seen that. So I'm going to check that out because I know it was one of ours. Your Thoughts is Mine is one of ours, so I would definitely check that out. He says that probably the first close-up mentalism DVD I bought, and every routine has something to learn from: method, premise, presentation, etc. That's awesome. A great recommendation. I will check that out. Ace Andy says, great episode, Dave. My DVD I always go back to is Bill Malone, Here I Go Again series and On the Loose, and I couldn't agree with you more. If I carried on last week going through my DVD collection, you'd have seen them all in there. I love that set of DVDs. You continue to say, because I love getting tips on how to entertain the crowd as well as doing the effects and combine comedy with magic from the moment you approach table. Yeah, Bill Malone is one of my favourite, if not my favourite, magicians alongside David Williamson. They're just, his style of magic is superb. So if you haven't checked those out, definitely check them out. And then the last one I'll read out is Ashley Corgett. Says, great episode, mate. A DVD that I always return to for both close-up and stage shows is the classic magic of Michael Vincent and his Brainwave My Way. So check that out. Again, another great project, and that effect I need to recheck actually. I know he's got some amazing stuff on that DVD, so I will definitely recheck that. And you should as well, check these out. So I'm going to leave you with a question for next week. Underneath this video, leave the comment for me. What 2 tricks that you carry with you everywhere? 2 tricks that are on you all the time that you carry with you, and why? And leave that underneath this video and I'll read some of those comments out next week. A little observation game with a king and an ace. So I want you to follow the ace for me. Where is it? Now I can't hear you, but if you said here, you would have been correct. It's easy when you can see it, right? It's slightly more difficult if I mix it behind my hand like this, okay? Now I'm just gonna use my eye here just to hold on to one of the cards. I'm gonna peek this card myself. Okay, so I can see the corner of it, and you just have to guess, do you think it's the ace or the king? Now if you said ace, you'd have been correct. But as a magician, I wouldn't allow that to happen. I always have to be in charge, so I would have done this. And that would have given the king down here with you, and the ace over here with me. And the great thing is that everything could be examined. So that was inflection, that was one of my effects, and the reason I'm talking about it is because I carry it. It's just 2 cards. It does come with loads of different routines that you can do using the full deck and multiple transpositions, but for me, when I carry it now, it's just those 2 cards because it's super visual. You can get right close to their eyes. If you were here and you saw it in person, it looks exactly like that. It looks like trick photography. It pops and changes and they can examine everything. So you get 2 sets of gimmicks in there as well. They're gonna last you a very long time, and Rob Bromley makes the gimmicks, so you know the quality is gonna be good on them. I can't recommend all 3 of those effects enough. They've got me great reactions in situations where I'm not prepared with my full set. And I really think that's important. If you're not carrying magic in your pocket on a daily basis, why not? Just carry 1 extra thing, something that you're already carrying, a wallet. Just put 1 thing in there and you're good to go and freak out your friends. So there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's show. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, hit that thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. Leave us a comment below. It allows people to know that we're here and that you're enjoying the stuff that we're doing. Hit the notification bell because then you're going to be notified every time a new episode comes online. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks on Loosely Does It.